Noto here, commemorating Yu-Gi-Oh's 25th anniversary by showcasing my light fairy type monster collection, some OCG exclusives, and more. So I pulled Archlord Zerato from Ancient Sanctuary on my 12th birthday, and it just snowballed from there. I just enjoy the aesthetics of these cards. In this, tokens, trap-treated monsters, and the match winners are included. I do think that there are multiple approaches on how to count them, so in the description there's more on that. It's a bit convoluted, but it seems self-explanatory for the most part. Anyway, starting with 2002, there's a lot of iconic cards in the first few years. Also, kinda wish that they were more referred to as angels like in the OCG, but it's whatever. In Eternal Duel of Soul, you couldn't go wrong with 2000 Duff. I think this is a legacy card because it's featured a decent amount. Serenity uses this card in the anime. Teo used this card. I use it in Aura builds for Herald decks. There are better options, but I used it because I think it looks happy and stress relieving. It was a fun card to use to throw off people with. Honestly, what a card during that time. The first organized deck I had was a ritual deck, and this was included. Goated, and I first saw this in Eternal Duel of Soul. Highest attack for light fairy normal monsters. This one's from a McDonald's pack. Either Umbra or Loomis uses this card. One of the big five uses this card. Serenity uses this card, and it was to get, St. Joan. Unironically goated. Love using this card. Another goated card. This one's the Hobby League rarity. Kinda got it to shine. Good card. Okay, so Moisture Creature was pretty insane to encounter as a kid. I mean, it's level 9, it's a rare rarity, and plus it's one of the few monsters that you can tribute 3 monsters for. Pretty unique card. It's like a pseudo god card. Used by Noah in the anime. St. Joan Retrain, pretty cool. Goated Retrain. Another goated card. So the agents are timeless, but I didn't use Saturn so much. I didn't use Mercury so much. But I did use Venus a ton. She was just insane to use. Timeless card. Used Mars a few times, and got it from a chill kid. 2 based. The card that started it all for me. Loved his design, loved the architecture of the sanctuary in the sky. Summoned him a few times in the past and it was pretty difficult. Probably could pull it off better nowadays. But yeah, goated card to me. This was a movie pack card. Used him a few times. Was pretty alright to use. The first match winner. Pretty cool design. I want to assume the same artist behind Eternia also depicted Ruin. Classic card. Depicted a few times in the past too. My first exposure to her was in Eternal Duelist Soul. Ishizu used her. So this is when the synthetic fairies started coming in. I'll admit that I didn't really like their aesthetic so much, but Goriel was cool to use. Though, the Herald cards were the exception to that. And plus, the Herald Lights were the first decent hand traps, I want to say. Although I didn't get into the synthetic fairy cards more, I always appreciated the counter trap line. Man, people hated this card. Anti-meta. First token for the category. Never got to summoning it or using the card it's generated from. Based and goated card for all the wrong reasons. This one too. Alright, we got 2007 next. This monster is featured a decent amount, and plus, it's only been released one time. Insane. It's pretty expensive. Parshath upgrade. Was alright. Strike of Neos had the most insane collection for light fairies. Was hard to get, and pretty expensive. Okay, I love this card, but man, did this get destroyed by Bora a ton. Ah. Love this card actually. So you could search the field, and if you have the field already, you have a beater. Loved it. Also, the ultimate rare is pretty nice. Goated, but didn't get this until much later though. Goated meta card, in the past and in the Edison format. Same deal here too. Prime and Timeless card. This was too based. If anybody's known me, I've used this card a ton. and its Tails effect was decent if I special summoned it with Nova Summoner or Valhalla. Of course it's weak to piercing, but it had synergy with the Sanctuary in the Sky. And plus, I stalled for days. So I did try to use the Arcana Force monsters, but they were just mediocre in general. But it was a fun gimmick. Venus and Valhalla carried the deck with the boss monsters though. Always thought it was random that this card had a Karibo effect, but it was pretty cool. This card is not worth the stress, even with Valhalla. But this card definitely was. Insane fun. This card was too fun to show off. Needed Venus and or Valhalla to help summon it. This card just emanated power going with its heads or even tails effect. This card and Angel 07 I believe were manga cards. Always liked their designs, and their effects were okay. Athena was mad fun to use. Swapping fairies from the grave was great, and the bird damage was a plus. Goated card in my book. First synchro for the category. I like it, but wish we got to draw when dealing damage with it. My favorite match winner. Has insane art too. Goated. All I gotta say. This was a cool Valhalla summon, and its effect is nice too. Thought the effects on this one was tame as a ruler, but still liked it. Gore's Token. First saw it in a 5D's DS game, and waited a while to finally get it. Goated for Herald. Luna's card in the anime. Bought this for $10 as a teen from another when he pulled it, and was pretty stoked for it. Goated and 2-based. You know the deal if you versed me with it, or anybody else anyway. A memorable card that had me managing my resources more than any other card. Always had to be creative with its summoning effect consistently as well. Goated side card. Underrated. First tuner I actually invested in. Based and my personal goat. Now if you know, you know. First card aside from Chrysia that had me considering to be Metamore, and having them as a duel was godly. I always kept it in rotation because it retained its relevancy through many formats. Goated card. And based. Never got to summoning this, but always appreciated its artwork. One of those older monsters that were just hard to obtain. Third match winner. Definitely looks divine. Always liked this card because it reminded me of someone as a toddler. Only used this once as a tuner. And it was mainly for this. Was nerfed in real life, but was insane in the anime. First Vylon. My impression on the gimmick wasn't that great. Beautiful card, even as a common. Got the DT version. If I summon this card, it'd mainly be a beat stick. At the very least, it shined great. Man, I was real stoked when these cards released, and the hype wasn't for naught. Loving when archetypes I love get some time to shine. Literally. First Xyz monster to be released in this category, and always liked its artwork. Rarely summoned it though. What a powerhouse of a monster. I always appreciated this card in my Light Fairy beatdown deck. Alexis from GX uses this one. One of the best tuners then, and had a decent effect. Loved it. Actually was bomb to use, but was hard to summon consistently. Also looks prime in the DT rarity. What a busted card. Still banned. Tori from Zexal uses this card and this card. Used this card a few times, mostly with Ghost Tricks though. Same deal with this card too. Was alright to use. Rarely used this one. So I was stoked to see Zerato getting some lore. Has an alright effect. And fun fact, in the TCG strategy blog, it refers to this in the file name as Archlord in Training. Not sure if canon. Goated in Spirit decks. I always appreciated the artifact cards, but never got to using them so much. Oh, this is the Forbidden Relic Fiend. Uses cards from Arc V, the Melodious archetype. Only artifact I've ever used, but just for sighting. Started maining this when it released, just to cover special summons. Like Perfection, I used it just as much. Also, with Drytrons, this helped me get to Platinum rank in Master Duel when it first came out. Goated card. This is what the deck actually needed. My best friend used these cards to make a stick and chair variant for Herald. He made it work good. Never thought I'd see a Burning Abyss card in this collection. Anime card in Arc V. First Pendulum monster in this category. And then first trap treated monster in this category. What a goat in Drytron Herald. Amaterasu, unique spirit card. Goated for light fairies in general. Fourth match winner. Man, we got a decent amount. Random, but this card seems real chill to me. Loved pulling off its last effect. So during the latter half of this decade, I became less active with the game, but still played once in a while. This is when Vrains and Link started to come in. First Link monster in this category. Goated card, and one of the few fusions I like. What an insane card, especially with Beatrice. I like how Parshat is still portrayed. This one too. Here's Megami again. Such a random release, but I'm here for it. These Cupid cards were so random, but I love them. First link I used on theme. Took a while. Yu-Gi-Oh's card from the anime. Like that princess card, these are all from filler episodes from Duel Monsters. Never considered using them. Pretty elegant artwork. Never got into generators, but I can appreciate its theme. Parshat's still on that grind. Seems alright too. Pretty solid. Was happy to see that we got a pendulum with higher scales. Pretty decent retrain. Solid card actually. Still see some play here and there. Starry Nights had a good aesthetic going on. Goated, actually. Made them even better. Took a while for these to come out. They're from the manga, I believe. Solid card and good artwork. One of those formerly OCG exclusive cards that came out much earlier. Man, I was too stoked that the agents were finally going to get some closure with the remaining cards. Childhood me was real satisfied, and although not meta, they're still alright to me. Seems like alright support. Goated. Hate basing this in Master Duel. Pretty good spirit support. I don't know what this is, but looks prime. Fun card to use, especially against Tenpai. The tokens are optional though. For the category, it's a pretty good Xyz monster. Thought this was random to see. Pretty okay card though. Alright, last card for this category, and that's all of them so far, though I still have some cards left that I want to showcase that's relevant to the theme. This is probably the oldest card in my collection. It's that Megami card featured all the way back from 2002, but this is the Bandai version from 1998. My personal goal from the game, Rush of Destruction. 2 based. I think this is called Tenderness in English. Also, seems like a Heavy Lover counterpart. Only got a handful of these cards. Pretty cool to have. So this is a Rush Duel card. Thought I'd at least get one. Apparently it's a sushi fairy. And then some more foreign representation. I also wanted to showcase some support cards I like having, or anything relevant to the theme. When this dropped, I thought this was next level for ritual spell cards. What an idea for a card. Goated. Would always make sure to get in 4 for Christia. Also goated for perfection. So I think I got most rarities for Herald of Perfection. Just missing the Bonanza stuff. Also, neat ghost rare. So Luna in the anime had this. Pulled this myself and was my first ghost rare pulled. Used it a handful of times, and goated. This guy was also a companion of them in the anime with the spirit world or something. Just felt like I needed to add in the god cards. If these are angels, then why not? Love Season 0. Anyway, Shadi had Banisher of the Light and Eternal Duelist Soul. He's a favorite of mine. And of course, Teo used them too. Ishizu did an Eternal Duelist Soul. Aster did too, but he stole them. Though at least he summoned Archlord Zerato. Here's another Megami appearance. Don't have the dimension dice or whatever, but I got this in the figurine at least. I think this is from HeroClix. Got the figurine too. Same with the Hysteric Fairy too. Almost there. Just a few more things I'd like to showcase in this video. One of them being the complete Agent Monster line. Just a collection under this theme I was happy to finally see happen. Always thought it was cool that they followed up with Pluto. Was real needed. Another thing I'd like to showcase is the Zera line. Throughout the years I've kept to it. Always wondered, so if Dark Lords got fleshed out, why not Archlords? It's just something I've always wanted to see happen. Oh well. Although Grim, was happy to see him get more lore. And something extra. Question. Just my calling card from the past. No other relevance. And then I just want to showcase a quick drawing for a deck box I did for the oldest deck that I have, my Light Fairy Beatdown deck. Just to fit the theme. And one last batch of on-theme support cards. They're misplaced from the other ones. I like the narrative going with these guys. Alright. Thanks to anybody who's watched this, especially to its end. It's been a long time coming. One thing I've been practicing in recent years is closure. I've had a lot of things in my personal backlog lingering, and one of them was doing this. I don't think I'm entirely done with collecting yet, but I've always wanted to do at least one formal showcase. It honestly feels amazing getting this done. Anyway, take care guys. Thanks again, and Happy New Year!